This episode of the Investigator Games was filmed in front of a live studio audience. I'm going to be playing episode 26 of the Investigator Games. So I'm really stoked to be doing that and to obviously be part of this charity stream for this fantastic charity. Doctors Without Borders do awesome things. Wherever there are disasters and epidemics and war in the world, they are there. So it's a fantastic charity to be involved with. So I'm really hoping, every little bit counts. I'm really hoping people donate as we go through. Do I need to mention how we donate, or are you guys cross that? That's all okay?
Yeah, I think we're good on that front. If you're in chat and you want to donate, just type in !donate or donation, and a link should pop up for you to donate to the cause.
Fantastic. So yes, here we are with, as I said, in episode 26 of the Investigator Games. Now, if you don't know what the Investigator Games is, it's a little bit like the Hunger Games. I've been doing this for more than 2 years now, over 100 videos. And what we do is, it's like the Hunger Games. We throw these poor hapless investigators into a scenario, true solo. And in the first series, that was The Gathering. And in the second series, it's the Midnight Masks. And we see how they do. And depending on how they do, they end up in a league table. And the league table goes from the very top to the very bottom. We're halfway through season 2. And so the carryover points from The Gathering carry over to the Midnight Mask. Now, at the moment, Leo and Roland are topping the table. They are doing really quite well. In fact, Leo managed to get 5 cultists in the Midnight Masks, partly because he had Leo DeLuca on board, and that really, really helped. And all the way down to, at the very bottom at the moment, Calvin is languishing at the bottom of the league table. So yes, and we'll go through to the Devourer below, and whoever ends up at the top of the table will be covered in glory. Those at the bottom will hang their heads in shame. So it is time
if they survive,
for Rita.
that is.
Yes, right. If they survive, exactly. I don't think some of them are probably not going to get that far, which is a problem because the investigators they have a union, and I had to negotiate with them in order to do the investigator games. And there is a clause in there saying that I must do everything I can from an occupational health and safety perspective, and I've done my best so far. But there have been a few problems, so that has been a challenge for me doing the investigator games. But so far, so good. So yes, and we're here with Rita. Now I always do this because they're a blur, these investigators to me. There's so many of them, so I just always just go through who they are and what they're about, and also how I've updated their decks, because they all start with their starter decks, which are not ideal. They're not optimized at all. In fact, some of them are really terrible. But they're assuming, Fantasy Flight Games are assuming people only have the base set and then whatever the campaign set is. So you kind of have to do what you can. So when I upgrade them, it's really like triage. Really, it's really just kind of trying to plug the gaps and make them, like, for example, a lot of the mystics have one shriveling in their deck to start with. Oof. Which is, yes, we're going up against the ghoul priest with one shriveling. It might appear, it might not. Oh dear. So anyway, so Rita, yeah, as we know, she's fantastic when it comes to evasion. She's got a really high stat with 5 vitality, pretty good on fight, but and okay on willpower. But the biggest problem that she has, obviously, is that she's only a 2 intellect. So in the Midnight Mass, that's going to be a little bit of a problem, because obviously getting clues in the Midnight Masks is a fairly critical thing to do. So, but there are ways we can mitigate that. And then she has these abilities that you can evade an enemy and deal a damage to an enemy, or move to a connected location. and then her elder sign effect is +2, and you can ignore the limit of the other ability. So it really is about evasion in that way. Really nice with those pesky cultists that pop up with a doom on them. You can kind of evade them and deal the damage. So that's quite nice in that way. Now, in terms of her deck, you can see this is not an optimum deck at all. I randomly drew the thing that follows. So that was just from the gathering, which is kind of actually with Hilltop Hoods, it's sort of horribly synergistic in a way. You've got these sort of two enemy weaknesses which can, hopefully they won't come out at the same time, because that could get a bit rough.
Oh, those are
can see
famous
here,
last words.
yeah, exactly. I've just jinxed myself there, haven't I? Oh, geez, yeah. So anyway, I've plugged the gaps. You must be looking at this deck going, did he put this deck together? No, I didn't. I've literally plugged the gaps here as best that I could, because it was a grab bag of all sorts of stuff. But like I said, the way I've tried to mitigate it with clues is I've got 2 of look what I found. There was only 1 in the deck, so I've got that in there. Got the good old flashlight in there to help as well. I've got 2 luckies. There was only 1 lucky in there. I've put in good old Peter Silvestri in there and took out some dross that was in there as well. So I'm hoping that and the baseball bat, there was only 1 baseball bat. So we've got a couple of baseball bats. We just hope we don't draw the skull. So hopefully that's going to work.
We sure hope so.
See.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So there we go. Now, the other thing is, I had a chat to Rita in the trailer, because Arkham is very generous, allowing us to use the town. So I had a chat to her in the trailer. She's just standing there at the house waiting, doing a few stretches, limbering up. So we had a bit of a chat, and she's fairly confident. She did pretty good in the gathering. She got 6 VP. She defeated the Ghoul Priest, so she did pretty well in the gathering. So I think she's feeling fairly confident for the Midnight Masks. So hopefully that will go well. But one of the things she did tell me was she participates in the Arkham Marathon that happens each year. It starts at Miskatonic University and runs round through Northside, downtown through East Town, and finishes on the west side of Rivertown. That's the way it's traditionally gone. Unfortunately, the end point of the marathon was a little bit too close to the graveyard, and so even though Rita was about coming 5th in the marathon, a couple of people went down. I think they found the graveyard a little bit horrific, and then
no.
yeah, I know. And then Herman Collins chased somebody else out and tried to attack them. So she ended up in 2nd place, but it really wasn't great.
That's very good.
So what they've done, yeah, it was a good finish, but I think she felt like somehow it wasn't quite the way she would want it to go. But she's told me that they're now going to finish the marathon at St. Mary's Hospital, and it's been a lot better since Jazz Mulligan has taken over the marathon committee. So hopefully things should go better next year for the Arkham Marathon. So we will see. Okay, so
that's excellent news.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Too bad about the graveyard, though.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we're ready to go. Okay, well, she's in here at the house with 3 actions. Now the other thing is, for those sticklers amongst you, why is the house here if she doesn't, so she doesn't have leader Chandler, or if you do have, it doesn't matter which, the house stays standing. That's again the union that the Arkham investigators are part of. They negotiated that with me, that the house is always present in the investigator games, so everything is on an even playing field. Fair enough too. So let's I think we're all ready to go now. We can go ahead and we can shuffle up and see how we go and draw our 5 cards. So what are we going to be looking for? Well, I definitely want I wouldn't mind Peter. I really wouldn't mind a baseball bat. Track shoes would be great. And look what I found. I keep thinking Drawn to the Flame. It's Look What I Found. Hopefully, if I get at least those in the initial draw, I'll be pretty happy with that. So, see how we go. Yeah.
So tell me if I'm incorrect. I've heard that Rita Young and Peter Sylvester are an item, a couple, you could say. Is there any truth to this from what you've heard from the two of them in the trailers?
Yeah, it's funny you should say that because I was talking to Rita about that because she mentioned sort of offhand that Peter was actually in the crowd while she was running the marathon. So I did mention that to her, and she's a fairly capable individual, Rita. Nothing much seems to flummox her, but she did blush a little bit and started to stammer. So I do wonder whether there is something in that. So you might be onto something there. So when I speak to her for the Devourer Below, I'm going to be a bit more assertive about that and ask her directly. You might see it in the gossip mags, perhaps. We'll see. But thank you for reminding me about that. So I do wonder if they are an item.
Oh yeah, I'm a regular reader of the Arkham Tattler. It's my
Oh,
my
you
guilty
read that
pleasure.
dribble? I don't bother reading the tabloids.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Personally, I stick
nice
with the Gazette. I think that's a much more trusted news source.
Oh, look, there's nothing like reading the Tatler at Velma's with a cup of coffee, with a cup of Joe. Nothing like
Joe. And every once in a while, Agent Banks comes by and talks about burning things, but let's.
Oh, did you hear about what happened when my life was nearly in danger in series 1? I was talking to what's her name? Samaris.
Zoe.
Zoe.
Chef.
Yes, and I happened to have a Cthulhu T-shirt on at the time, and she just went off and chased me down the street with a knife. It was pretty harrowing actually, but anyway.
She's always ready to do what needs to be done for the greater good. So I can't blame her.
What have I drawn here? Oh my goodness, I'm not even concentrating. It's awesome. So let me. Keep Pete, of course. I'm sure he'd be very keen to help Rita out. Rita Young deck. Fast play during your turn. Ready and engage all enemies at your location for the range of your turn. Whenever you invade an enemy, instead of exhausting, because you deal at 1 damage. Okay. So what I think, I don't have any of the Look What I Found. I don't have any of the baseball bats. So I'm going to be I'm going to be assertive here, and I'm going to chuck all of these in. I'm going to draw another 4 because I really want to. There we go. 3. Oh boy, 4. there's 2 Peter Sylvesters. Which one? Which one is it?
So maybe it's his long lost twin brother Pietro.
Yes, right. Exactly. Okay. All right. Well, that's slightly better, but no weapon. Okay, so we'll be relying on our evasion to take out any acolytes as we go. Okay. All right. So let's kick off. So right. What are we going to do? Well, first action. Am I actually in the investigation phase? I assume I am. Okay. First action. We're going to spend 3. And we're going to bring out the good old Sylvester. There we go. So we're now playing at a 6. Wow, 6 vitality. Awesome. We've only we're in the Forgotten Age. Fantastic. Okay, that's first action. Second action, I'm going to avail myself of the facilities here, and I'm going to draw a card and gain a resource. So we'll draw a card, and we'll gain a resource. And third action, what are we going to do? What are we? We're at 2. I don't want to use Look What I Found. We could just do 2 on 2. See if we get this. Because I don't want to use that. I could use emergency cash, but no, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to straight up 2 on 2, see if we can get this clue. Chaos bag. No way. What do we get? Oh dear. Oh well, better to get it now than later. There we go. That's the. So we brought out Peter Sylvester. We drew a card and gained a resource, and then we didn't get the clue. So hopefully we'll get something that can allow us to get clues. So this might be the problem for poor old Rita, is the clues. Okay, we'll move into upkeep and get a leather coat. Very nice. So we will move into how the donations going, guys.
We just received a $10 and a $20 donation, so we're already at $130 already. That's excellent.
Dude, starting off strong.
So awesome.
We are well on our way towards our second prize tier, which features things like a Gloria. I cannot never remember her last name, but she gets her own novella, and there's a copy of that will come when we hit the $200 to $400 tier. So keep them coming, everyone.
Wow. That's awesome. It must be the quality of my play that's sort of driving people to donate.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. I saw from the comments of the donations that we have some hardcore investigator games fans who have been following the investigator games since the premiere episode.
Oh, that's great.
Yep. Goldberg. Matt Lunar in chat points out it's Gloria Goldberg.
Gloria Goldberg.
Nice catch.
Yep. There we go.
Right. Okay. So, oh yes, it's the mythos phase. It's the phase that everybody knows and loves. This is where everything just goes downhill very fast. Here we go. Encounter deck. Oh. Well, actually, it's not so bad. I can evade this guy for days. But wow, couldn't we've had couldn't we've had something else? But anyway, oh boy, that's
like a free clue discovery or something. That would have been lovely.
Yes, that's right. You win the game, kind of thing. Oh my goodness, a hunting night gaunt right out of the blocks. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Well, yep. Okay. Well, we'll just I've got these manual dexterities here, so let's just go ahead and use some of those. So well, 6 versus a 1, but it's negative modifiers, and I'm going to throw in a manual dexterity. And so what are we looking at here? 8. Wow, 8 versus 1 can pretty much anything. And we draw another tablet from the chaos bag. Wow, 2 tablets in a row, but we still succeed. So that's all good. Ah, wow. Anyway, we draw a card. Aha, baseball bat. Evade the night gaunt. Where's she gone? Hello, Rita. So yeah, so that's the first action. Oh boy, what do I do? I've still got 2 actions left. Oh boy, we're really mana screwed. Not mana screwed, but really getting clues is going to be tough, isn't it? Jeez, yeah. I played Magic for many years. Boy, I'm going to give it another go, and if I don't get it a second time, I'm moving away. So here we go. It's just 2 on 2. Chaos. No way. Okay, we're getting out of here. I'm going to move to Rivertown. I can't hang around all day. We'll move to Rivertown, and yeah. Wow. So yeah. Okay. So that was, we evaded the hunting night gaunt. We failed again to get the clue and got ourselves to I just realized when I evaded, I could have moved to a connecting location or taken the damage. I totally forgot about that. So I would have actually moved to the connecting location. No, I wouldn't, because I wanted to. So I'll put the damage onto the night gaunt instead, because I wanted to try and get the clue, and then we moved to the connecting.
Polling. The quick poll of the audience is showing that this move is very much approved.
That's good.
Yeah. When we went to the instant replay, it showed that she did, in fact, intend to deal the damage.
Yeah. Okay. So we're kind of getting nowhere fast. So I'm thinking I'm just going to move straight to the bloody graveyard, because horror, we don't care. Let's get 2 clues. Let's get a victory point. Because in the investigator games, it actually doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's getting those victory points. Let's get into the graveyard. Let's get 2 clues. Let's get a victory point, and let's get a cultist onto the table. Because at the moment we're going nowhere at the moment. So, okay, so the enemy phase, no enemies to speak of. We will move into upkeep and get the knife. Oh, okay. Still really like, wow, just in terms of getting clues anyway.
Sounds like you're looking
Okay.
for a flashlight there, or Rita is.
Yeah, exactly. But the other thing is, I can get into the graveyard and then I can go up to Northside and I can buy myself 2 more clues at the very least. So at least there's something there. And, I've got look what I found. I just need to be in the right place for that. So in the mythos phase, okay, we will see what we get. And get obscuring fog. Well, there we go. That answers that question. I won't be hanging around Rivertown anytime soon. So there we go. Yeah. So we will move into the good old investigation phase. 3 actions onto Rita. And yeah, I think I'm just thinking. Do I bring out a weapon or do I not? Feel a bit. Yeah, probably not yet. I think I might need the weapon later, but I'm probably more in evasion space at the moment. Maybe for when the Mass Hunter comes out, but we're not there yet. So the first action, I'm going to move into the graveyard. We'll do the horror check. So test 3, and we're a 3. So 3v3. Do we throw something in? We don't. We could throw in another Pete Sylvester. Do we do that? Yes, let's throw in that. So what have we got? 4 versus 3. Chaos bag gives us a -3. Man, this chaos bag. We've had what? 2 tablets, 2 -3s. It is being wow.
Ooh.
Full tonight.
Hopefully
Yeah.
we can
So anyway,
share some of the positive emotions that are associated with the donations today to give some good love to that chaos bag.
Well,
Personally, I find myself having to manually shuffle it all the time in TTS
Mhm.
because it's cursed.
Yeah, it's bugged. But speaking of donations, we just received another $20 donation and another $50 donation.
Whoa!
Nice work, everyone, for a great cause.
Awesome.
That's awesome. So we're already at $200. So Mythos Busters are gonna have to pay up pretty soon.
Wow. And I'm gonna have a drink of Sauvignon Blanc for every time. No, I am not. I am not gonna do that.
Well, in your time zone, I imagine that is customary to
Yeah.
to have wine at this time of day.
Yeah. Oh, with the donations where they're going back and be like, okay, so here we are, the bells have tolled.
Oh dear, well, that'd be problematic. Fortunately, even with the loss of Robin here due to alcohol-related issues, we have plenty upon plenty of content coming up for you today, viewers.
Oh, and it looks like your
So
fellow
let's
Australian companions already had a glass of Shiraz, so
Here's to you, Robin.
thanks, mate. Okay. Right. So here we are in the graveyard. We got 2 actions. Yeah, I'm not. Again, it's one of those. I'm not going to use look what I found here. I'm just going to try and because I'm 1 versus 2 because I've got to fail by 2, or by 2 or less. So do I use it here or not? Oh boy.
It is 2 clues, so she does have volume
Yeah,
going for her.
yeah, and I haven't got any clues so far, and I really need to get the tempo up. So I'm going to chuck it in. Here we go, and you watch me pass now. So here we go. So it's a 1 versus a 2. Chaos. See, I knew it. Chaos bag gives it a 1 versus a 1, so that passes, but I don't fail by 2 or less. So anyway, that's all right. We got a clue. That's good. And let's go for the final go. Let's try again. And then we get the -3 again. Wow.
Oof.
Wow. Okay. So there we go. Well, we got a clue. This is not going according to plan, but hopefully we'll get the clue next time. So there we go. Okay, so we move into the enemy phase. Enemy moves to the to Rivertown. Well, that's the other thing. We're going to have this enemy on us in a second. And then we move into the upkeep phase. We get perception. Now perception turns up. Well, there we go. Okay. So we'll move into the mythos phase. Here we are, or the mythos busters phase, as I like to call
Oh, that's right.
it. Hey,
In reference to the Mythos Busters, a
yeah,
sponsor and
I was
well-known podcast.
It's a very, very subtle drop there.
yeah, you like that one? Yeah. So let's see what the lovely encounter deck has for us. Yeah, man. What have we got here? Oh, you must either spend a... No. I've got... Look at me. I've got 9. What do I care? You know, damage for days. Who cares? Here we go. All right. Okay, so we move into the investigation phase. 3 actions on to Rita. Now, what we're going to need to do here is grab this clue, move to Rivertown and evade because we don't want to get hit. So I'm going to throw in first action, throw in perception. So what are we talking here? We're talking a 4. Talking a 4 versus a 1. Okay. Oh, I should have healed that horror. Heal that horror of Peter Sylvester. There we go. Yeah. So here we go. Chaos bag.
Oh, big oof. That's a big oof.
Oh,
Goodness, what have we had? 2 tablets, 2 -3s, an auto. Oh my goodness, that is just. Oh boy. Oh boy. Unbelievable.
I didn't realize that my luck could like travel across the ocean.
maybe it has something to do with the resonance of your voice.
It must be, yeah.
Seriously. Oh my goodness. It's a good job this is a family stream. That's all I can say. Oh boy. Okay. Um yeah, I can tank that damage. So I'm just going to stay here and I'm determined to get this clue. So let's go ahead again, see what the chaos bag has for us, and it has a skull, so we succeed.
Nice.
We
This
get
one
the other clue.
was for all the runners who suffered horrors as a result of that graveyard.
That's right.
This
In
is for
fact,
them.
I think exactly. I think if you look, there's actually some ribbons tied somewhere on a tree in the picture. Actually, if you look closely, and that means that means we get our first victory point, and the crowd goes wild, and that's fantastic. Yeah, crowd goes wild for Rita. She gets somewhere. And I think for my final action, I think I might just bring out the leather coat because I think I need a bit more soak. Or do I bring out the baseball bat? You know what? I'm probably going to need the baseball bat fairly soonish. I mean, I can evade this guy, so it's not a big deal. But I'm just thinking I don't want to move because I can evade and get a free move anyway. So I'm thinking I'm going to spend 2, bring out the baseball bat because I want to whack the Mars Hunter around the head when he arrives. Okay, all right. Okay, that's all the bad luck gone now. That's got to be it. There can't be any more.
Well, let's not jinx it now.
Okay. It's a clue! Yay! All right, let's move into the enemy phase. The enemy appears. Doink. We take some damage. Well, yeah, Peter can take the horror, and I will take the damage. There we go. 1 of each. Okay. Into upkeep. Oh, at last, the track shoes have arrived. Okay, that's
Her
good.
signature asset, even. Well,
yeah.
Not technically, but we all know that those are her track shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've just realized, is that blood on her track shoes? I've never noticed that.
Oh
before.
yeah.
Oh, it sure is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, with that, I mean, I always get the image of Rita having minored in martial arts, and so she just roundhouse kicks people when she uses her special ability.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, she evades, and by evading, she like steps on their shin with her track shoes.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
that, or that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Severs their Achilles tendon as she races past.
Exactly,
That kind of
and then her evade ability is just her throwing pocket sand at people.
Yeah.
Yeah, pocket sand, I'm out.
Yeah. Viable tactic in this day and age.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Mythos phase. Mythos Busters phase trademark. We four of the 6. Here we go, and the encounter deck has. Oh man. Well, at least I'm not going to lose Peter Silver. Well, I'm going to have to make a decision here, aren't I? Here we go. Test 4.
Ooh.
Oh
Ooh,
boy.
this is always a tough call. Yeah, this could lead to some depressing times, or it can lead to a magnifying
Wow.
glass going away.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Dreaded Crypt Chill, and we are a 3, and there is no way we can boost that either.
The bat or the boyfriend.
Mm, yeah.
I mean, bats are just things, but love is forever, right? Or is it the other way around?
Well, yeah. The other thing is the bat can literally last 1 turn. If you grab a skull, that's goodbye bat as well. And I've got a knife, so at least I can, I can always replace the bat, but I can't replace the boyfriend because I've already used one of the boyfriends, the twin, the other twin,
Pietro.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the chaos bag has. The chaos bag has -1. Yeah. Okay, I am going to ditch the bat because I ditched the bat 3. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should put it to a vote on the chat. Is it ditch the bat or ditch the boyfriend?
Maybe we could put a poll up. Yeah.
Poll up. How much time have we got? We've only got till 11, haven't we?
Yeah, the ref says we got to keep it moving. So.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Okay, cool. Well, we better get going then. All right, I'm going to ditch the bat, keep the boyfriend. Got 9. So, yep.
Just when a poll made it up onto the board,
I was working on it.
bat or boyfriend.
Should have made it a prediction.
Okay, so yeah, so let's move. Yeah, because we've got half an hour to go. So sorry, I've been.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Okay.
We're having a great.
I thought you were on till 8 o'clock.
Today.
You have an hour and a half,
Sorry?
don't you? I think you're on till 8.
Sorry, it's 10:30 my time. So I started at 9, so 2 hours. Yeah, till 11. 2 hours. Yeah, so I started at. Oh no, sorry. I started at. Oh no, it's only been half an hour, hasn't it?
Yeah. You're good. You have plenty of time.
Oh, we've got plenty of time. Oh yeah.
I'm keeping on track. I got you guys.
Yeah.
You know what? I've changed my mind. I think I'll keep the bat and ditch the boyfriend. Bugger the boyfriend.
Oh, hold on. Whoop, the audience has spoken. It is 100% in favor of ditching the bat.
The bat.
Okay, all right. We will ditch the bat, keep the boyfriend. Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Ditch the bat, take the cannoli.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look at his. Look at his. Look at those good looks. How could you? Yeah. How could you ditch the boyfriend?
How could you ditch that? Yeah. Plus, he has a. Plus, you don't want to ditch him until the helmet that he's holding in his hands could at least be useful. So the helmet is a weapon in itself. So I guess that would have been a point for ditching the boyfriend. But nope, we're too late. We're moving on. We are moving on. The bat is in the jaws of that night gone. So it's too late to get it back.
Too late to get it back. Yeah. Okay.
It's a frozen popsicle.
Exactly, JP.
Okay, here we are. So we got this night gaunt. So let's do a bit of evading. So yeah, 6. Okay, 6 on a 1. Do I keep manual dexterity? Or do I keep it? Because I keep thinking if I get the what's her name in the St Mary's Hospital, if I get her, manual dexterity would be very, very handy. So I think I might try and avoid using it, and we'll just go for the 6 versus a 1. Chaos bag gives us a 0. There we go. So easily evaded. And this time we will. That was our first action. We will move to Rivertown. Use that as our ability. Then we're going to throw in the clues. See who we get. Here we go. Let's shuffle them up. Oh, who do we want? What's it? Ruth Turner. Ruth Turner. Victoria Devereaux would be the ideal cultist to get. Wolfman Drew would not be ideal. Peter Devereaux, I don't really have the clues, so one of those two. And we get Herman Collins.
From the graveyard that we just departed.
Yes.
Oh,
Have you seen this?
That's awful.
That's terrible. Terrible. God, this Midnight Mask. I never realized his face. It's only when I did the end of the video did I look at his face. His face is scarier than the mask. He looks seriously pissed underneath the mask. Yeah.
I mean, they took away the his favorite event of the year, the Arkham Marathon.
Exactly. Yeah, well, if you will go chasing the finalists.
We have a question in chat for you, Krabby.
Yeah.
When are we going to see Barkham Horror out of ammo, out of time season?
Right. Probably in about 2056, I'll probably get to
when you finally have time to get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, once I finish the Vivara below, I'm going to have a bit of a. I'm not sure what I'm going to do because, I could just go to the Dunwich, but it just feels like, yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a crisis, sort of a midlife crisis. I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
We'll poll the user base at that point. We'll just do another charity stream, and yeah, we'll get a poll for you.
Yeah. See what comes up. Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, I can just see people being really perverse about that because I then got to play it 40 times, right? So, Depths of Yoth 40 times or something,
Undimensioned and unseen 40 times. That sounds great.
Resign. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's mental trauma that I don't think anyone is prepared to take.
Yeah, exactly.
Except maybe the guys from Drawn to the Flame. I'm pretty sure they can take it. That Frank guy, he can probably play Depths of Yoth 40 times.
Boy. Okay, so I'm here now. I've got a dilemma here. Do I go back to the graveyard and try and get Herman? I think that's probably not a good idea. I think I'm going to try and lure him out, and it's going to be a Benny. It's going to be a Benny Hill type of scenario. I'm going to end up with the Masked Hunter and the Hunting Night Gaunt, and I'm going to be Benny Hilling around the place, and probably run back to the graveyard. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So now, what I'm going to, sorry.
Oh well, Rita is in her statistics make her perfectly suited to that sort of playstyle.
Yeah, exactly right. Particularly if I get the good old track shoes out. Which, speaking of which, let's get out the old track shoes.
Well, with the boyfriend and the signature asset, Rita is an
Yeah.
evasion running marathoning machine right here.
That's right. So there we go. Wow. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I think I'm going to have the Mars Hunter on me in a couple of turns. But what I'm going to do, I've got this good old emergency cache, so I'm thinking I get up to Northside, get a couple more clues, or at least be there when the Mars and try and get those 2 clues before the Mars Hunter arrives. That's probably going to be what I'm going to try and do. See how we go. Okay, upkeep phase. Yep. All right, we'll move into the good old mythos phase. Yeah, we're 5 doom down. I just want to ask you about Act 1A. I didn't know till 2 weeks ago about the information on the back of this act. I'd never read it because I'd never succeeded at the Midnight Masks. There's all this information on the back of Act 1A about the cultists that you just don't know about unless you actually read it.
You know, now that you point that out, I don't think I've ever read it either.
Yeah. There's lots of good stuff on there.
I'm gonna have to go read that now.
Same here. Never read it.
Yeah. Is this too spoilery?
Oh, it's very spoilery. Let's at least save it for
okay.
the. Maybe that could be the next donation tier. We could.
Yes.
Well, speaking of donations, we received another $20 donation, so we're up to $220 already.
And that puts us firmly into our second tier of donations. That includes a Dream Eaters deluxe box. We've got a copy of The Eternal Slumber, and many more gifts for all of you.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's so good. That's awesome. Speaking of awesome, it's time for the encounter deck.
Oh dear.
Let's see what the lovely encounter deck's going to dish up for us this time. Crypt Chill, maybe? Here we go. Oh, no. Obscuring fog. Oh, there's already an obscuring fog there, isn't there? So I think it just doesn't. Yeah. There we go.
So it'll just whiff.
Yeah.
Well, that actually was awesome. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are very few things in Arkham more awesome than a whiffed encounter card.
Okay, so here we go. Investigation phase. 3 actions onto good old Rita. Okay, well, I think it might be time to do some track shoes. So let's before you move, exhaust track shoes and then move to connect. So we'll exhaust track shoes. We test 3. So we are 6. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. So 3 versus 6. Chaos bet. Chaos back.
Well, that's number 2.
You know what? No pressure. I can just blame it all on the chaos bag. Unbelievable. I can't believe. So
that is what the best Arkham players do. They just blame the chaos bag.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I do. I mean.
Woo. Okay, so that was I moved, but then I didn't get to move again. So we will move up to north side. Now the problem is that well, that's okay. So we're here. We've got a 1 action left. So I'm going to throw in emergency cash. Give myself some resources. So what I'm going to do is the Mars Hunter's going to be here next, but I'll just evade him, and then I will I'll grab the 2 clues. Yeah, that's the plan. So there we go. Okay. All right. So here we go. So we're yeah, it's been a pretty rough game, really. Wow. Enemy phase. Enemy moves. Okay. Upkeep phase. Okay. Unexpected courage. Nice. Okay, we move into the Mythos phase, Mythos Busters phase, as I now like to call it. Actually, that's the thing I always do on the investigator games is that the enemy phase is, of course, the enema phase. I haven't been saying that, but I apologize to the diehard investigator games fans. I always call it the enema phase, but I haven't been doing that.
God,
I do
that's
apologize.
hilarious.
So it's Doom, isn't it? Okay, flip this over. Now, the Masked Hunter always fills me with dread, but I have to say, man, I want his clothes. Wow. What a dresser this guy is. Look at him.
That
Look
is
at him.
a snazzy looking coat that he's got there. Yeah, and his mask is so symmetrical. And look, he's got a kukri.
Yeah.
The kukri wasn't even introduced until the Forgotten Age, if I remember correctly, and he's got one already in the core set.
Yeah.
He is ahead of his time.
He was, and not every man can rock a skivvy and sort of look stylish, but the Masked Hunter manages. I'm assuming that's a skivvy he's wearing. He's got the look.
Yeah, he's ready to go to a metal concert, if nothing else. That's probably what he does on his days off.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Let's see what the encounter deck has for us. Oh boy, oh boy. Just get better and better. Here we go. So, 2 Doom. Oh my goodness. That's kind of bad because that means we kind of have to. Yeah. We've kind of got to kill this guy
with no bat.
Yeah, that's okay. We can. Oh, did I get another baseball bat? I don't remember getting another.
Oh, there it is. I see one in your hand.
Yeah. What? Did that? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
We've got a bat.
All right. Good. Yeah. I don't know when that happened. Cool.
Oh, well,
okay.
We must have been discussing some more pressing topic at the time.
Yeah. Like his clothing or something. Or yeah. Okay, so I think that kind of focuses the mind. I'm going to have to be doing evasion and attack here rather than. Okay, so we will move into the investigation phase. I should have gotten rid of this horror off Pete. I keep forgetting to do that. 3 actions. And where's Leo DeLuca when you need him? And okay, first action. We will evade. So he's a measly 2, and we are a 6. So I think we just go ahead 2 versus 6. Chaos Bag gives us a -2, so we evade him. I'll just leave him here because, okay. So that's first action. Second action, I'm going to spend 2 out the baseball bat.
Did you trigger Rita?
It's clobbering time.
Oh,
sorry?
That's right.
Did you trigger Rita? You evaded him.
Yeah. Thank you. You should be you should be commenting on all my streams every time. That would be brilliant.
That's what we're here for.
Okay, so baseball bat. We are ready to rock this baseball bat. It's clobbering time. Okay, so let's whack this Masked Hunter. I hate to get blood on that jacket. I want that jacket. Such a good jacket. So here we go. He's a 4, and we are a 4. Yeah, 2, 4 with the baseball bat. So we can make that
5
we
even.
got plenty of. Yeah. Is it 5? Is it
2?
Yeah.
Baseball bat adds 2. We've got Rita 4. Has a 3. Yeah, we are.
Oh, it's 3. I keep looking at intellect. You're right. It's 5. Yep. Do I throw in 5? Yeah, I do. 7. 7v4. 7v4. Chaos Bag gives me I succeed, but I put another Doom on the nearest cultist enemy. Unbelievable. Oof. And he takes 2 points of damage. But I keep the bat.
That's good. That's what's most important. Keeping the bat.
Yeah. So hopefully we can take him out next time. So that's it. Okay. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, so we move into enemy phase, and the good old hunting night gaunt, dude, it's closing in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting close. Okay, upkeep. Oh, look what I found. Oh, look what I found. Okay. Have any of you guys ever succeeded Midnight Mass, all 6 cultists?
I have once.
I think the most I've done is 5. It was one of those. It was one of those games where I was about to get the 6th one, but I needed like 1 or 2 more actions. Everyone knows. Everyone has those games, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 is tough.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. Does it make it any tougher with the return to the new cultists?
Oh, return to is tough. It is rough, actually. There's some enemies there that are very tough.
The replacements for the masked hunter is quite nasty.
Yeah,
in the return to version.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it also has these little cultists that have to spawn far away from you.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
So they're just a pain in the butt to deal with.
That's right.
Yeah, Return to the Night of the Zealot is no joke.
Yeah. I do like what they did with the Gathering, though. They really turned it into a real, scenario. The way they expanded it to it's really good.
Yeah. Plus, it leads to endless debates on the topic of how can you go upstairs and get to the ground above your house. That leads to many philosophical discussions about where we are and where we are going. The borders of this reality.
Yeah. All quantum. It must be quantum space. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So, in your knowledge of Doctors Without Borders, do they operate in the quantum space?
They operate everywhere. Wherever there is space, there are doctors. Yeah.
Quantum doctors. I like it.
Yeah.
As someone that has been lost in time and space, I can confirm that Doctors Without Borders is also in that space between as well.
Yeah.
I mean, how else do you explain, Dr. Milan Christopher being in Lost in Time and Space, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. It's easy to break an ankle in quantum space. Everything's all upside down, topsy turvy. You need someone to come and rescue you. So, yeah.
They truly are the greatest, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They definitely are. Absolutely worth every donation. Absolutely fantastic charity. And whether it's in quantum space or real space, yeah. Okay.
Speaking of donations, real quick too, we just got a $10 donation from Jason, who says that he loves your channel, Out of Ammo, Out of Time, and he's a fellow Aussie and just wants to send a little good way.
Yeah. I know Jason. Thank you so much, Jason. Yeah. I know him. There's a meetup in Sydney, and I've met him there quite a number of times, and hopefully I'll get back to that soon. So thank you, Jason. It's great to have some Australians on the stream. So, okay. Where am I? I've lost where I am. Mythos phase. Yeah, the first Doom is down, so I think it's time to see what the encounter deck has. Here we go. Oh no.
Ouch.
I hate this guy. Oh man.
Fortunately, though, we do have a baseball bat, so it's not all lost. Yeah.
I'm going to stick him at downtown because I don't want this guy hanging around. So we're going to take this guy out as quickly as we can. We put a Doom on him. Okay. Wizard of the Order. Hate it. And the thing about, there's always these enemies, Wizard of the Order, Ravenous Ghoul, there's tons. They're sort of not. You don't get victory points for them, but they're actually, they're pretty bad. But you don't get anything for them. I hate those ones, really bad. So
Yeah, he is a high priority target because he gets a doom every turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Investigation phase. 3 actions on to Rita. Okay. All right. Well, let's finish this guy off. Do we evade him? Actually, no. We can just evade him and kill him, can't we?
I like it.
Yeah, we can move. Yeah, evade and kill him and move. Oh, right. That's what we're doing. 5, 6, 6 versus 2. I think we can just go with that. 6 versus 2. Chaos Bag gives us a -2, so we evade him. We kill him.
There's that roundhouse kick to the face that I was talking about earlier.
Oh no, he's 6, isn't he? He's not 4. I keep thinking he's 4. He's 6, isn't he? And then I keep.
Well, it sounds like it's time for the baseball bat.
Now it's time for the baseball bat. Actually, I have to say, I went through this series of 3 or 4 games in the first season where I kept forgetting that he's 6 health instead of 4. And this guy kept hammering me on the YouTube chat going, dude, I told you last week he's 6 and you're still doing that. I'm like, oh man, I had to redo like 2 or 3. It was so embarrassing because he kept telling me and next time I would do it again.
Dude, we've all been there, man. As content creators, it's just kind of one of those things you just subject yourself to.
Yep.
But it seems like you have a good attitude about it, Robin, so...
Yeah, well, yeah,
Granted, you would expect the extra health to be a bit higher up on the on the card layout, but it's not. In fact, I didn't even know about it until you mentioned it just now. I was like, oh, he's 4 health. That's not so bad.
Yeah. So okay, let's hit him with the baseball bat now. Second action. Yeah. So let's see. Oh yeah. So what have we got here? We're again a fight of 5 with the baseball bat. Let's throw in the. Ooh. I might need the knife. Do I need the knife?
Ooh,
I might need.
This is a tough call. It's a tough call.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go to a poll. No, we won't go to a poll. Yeah. Am I going to be fighting? Yeah, well, yeah, Wolfman Drew comes up, and we've got to fight this guy. So maybe I'll throw in the leather coat. I've got
playing it cautious.
Yeah. So what have we got here? We got what was it? 3, 5, 6. 6. Oof. I don't want to miss this. That's what? Hold on. That's only a 2 up, isn't it? I'm going to be really conservative. I'm going to go 3 up. I don't want to miss this. So what have we got here? We've got 3, 5, 7 versus 4. Chaos Bag. Yeah, good job, eh? Good job. -3. Woo! Wow.
Ooh. Those are the moments that make you think you might have some sort of psychic power to be able to predict the Chaos Bag. It shows up every once in a while.
Yeah. Wow. So there we go. He's dead. And the crowd goes wild.
Whew, that was a tight one there.
Yeah.
But is that a victory point, I believe?
That is a victory point. It is a cultist. 2 victory points. So we're now up to 3 victory points and 1 cultist. So yeah.
In fact, to celebrate this, we have a new subscriber.
Oh,
username Snow.
Thanks, username Snow. Is sub to the channel. Awesome. Always helps to keep the lights on around here, and it definitely ensures that we're going to do more of these types of events. Really excited for the turnout that we've seen so far just in the first hour. It's really great to see.
Yeah, so awesome. Oh yeah, we're up to an hour. So there you go. We're doing well here. Okay. It's so fantastic having you guys to talk to while I do this. Normally it's just a wall of silence while I talk to myself. So really awesome. It's really
Well,
fantastic.
that's what
So
we're here
really
for, to pitch the charity and keep the spirits up.
awesome, fantastic. Okay, all right. Well, I've got one action left. I've got a choice between I could stay here. I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to move. I'm going to tank the damage. From because if I stay here, I'm just going to end up with this hunting night gaunt, and I got to get rid of this Wizard of the Order. So I am going to move. Actually, I've got my track shoes, haven't I? So oh no,
That's true. That's true.
No, because that would move to another location, and I really need to take this guy out. So
Mhm.
in this case, I'm just going to move and tank the damage. Yeah. So we're here at downtown. Where do you go to kill a Wizard of the Order? Downtown.
Downtown.
Come on. Don't give up my day job.
That's great.
All right.
That's an unexpected show of bravery there from Rita. I would have expected her to just use the track shoes, but turns out she's prioritizing.
Yeah. We got to get rid of this guy. Yeah, we can tank quite a bit more. So, okay, so we move into the enema phase, as we call it. So, we will take the damage. Yep, and then we will move into upkeep. Oh no.
We're gonna need a nickname for the. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh geez!
We have got some drama
Whoa.
on the field tonight for you, today for us.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we just received another $100 donation.
Oh, that's wonderful! That's wonderful.
So some silver lining there in that draw.
Yeah, that's something. That's something. Yeah. Oh boy, where do you go? And get
we are
totally
well on our way to our next bracket. We're featuring things like the Stella starter deck. What was that? Am I lying, Nate? Is there really a Stella starter deck up for raffle today if we make the next donation tier?
There is. There's actually all 5 starter decks available in the next tier. So
wow. That
on our
is
way.
an amazing tier. Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if those are easy to get nowadays. I don't think they are, right?
Oh,
I mean, product in general is pretty scarce to get, but
believe me, I've looked. There is nowhere in the British Isles that has them, except for people's houses, and I am not the type to go breaking into people's houses just to get a copy of the Stella Clark starter deck.
Well, I think everyone would appreciate that.
Yeah, especially people who own the Stella Clark starter deck and who happen to live on the British Isles.
And out of curiosity, too, I was curious to see how many people have interrogated various cultists, and it looks like about 75% of people have done 5, and about a quarter have managed to do all 6. So,
wow,
just a little statistics.
That's great. There we go. There's a normal distribution right there. Sorry, statistics joke right there. Sorry.
Yeah. We would have needed a 4 to balance that out, or to really get to the normality.
So yeah, okay. So 75% of people have gotten 5. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, is that 6 one? Is it tough? Is that true solo?
That is probably not true solo. I mean,
okay.
5.
Yeah, I didn't specify, so
yeah. Maybe we'll have to do another poll. True solo. Get some of that audience interaction going.
Ooh. As somebody said, that Sub-Zero said that draw was worth $100. Oh boy. Okay, here we are. So, okay, all right. Well, that was the upkeep phase. Yeah, we'll move into the mythos phase. There are 3 doom, obviously. Let's see what the candidate has, and then we've got to. I'll put the doom on the on the Wizard of the Order now. Let's see what we get in the encounter. Oh, okay. Oh, Oh,
Oh,
wow. This is a dilemma. Okay. Is it? Oh. So the problem here is, if it wasn't for the Wizard of the Order, this would be awesome because I could just avoid the hilltop hoods. The problem is that this means
there's
that
a
we're
Wizard of the
already up.
Order. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I really don't want to end up at Rivertown because I really need to kill this guy. So,
This encounter deck is sure giving us some drama.
oh boy, tell you what, wow, and some dilemmas too. It's there's a sort of moral, ethical, drama. It's every dimension is being covered with this encounter deck this time. Yeah, it's here we go. Okay, I am going to well, the thing is, if I don't get rid of the Wizard of the Order, I'm really sort of racing against time. I'm really, because it's already up to 4. Um, so either I wear. Well, that's assuming I fail it actually, because it's a 4 and I'm a 6, so I might not fail it anyway. No, I'm a 7 actually. I'm a 7 versus a 4. So actually,
That's
it's one of
pretty
those
good.
situations where, yeah, I'm probably not going to fail it anyway. So I think we'll just have to we'll have to just throw ourselves on the hands of fate and see what happens.
Ooh, I'm shaking with anticipation here.
Yeah. Chaos Bag says yes. So we succeed. So we don't disengage. So we stay where we are. Probably just as well. Okay. Right. Yeah, sometimes that card could be really helpful. Okay. So we move into turn 9. Actions onto Rita. Okay. So let's stay focused on the priority here, which is getting rid of the Wizard of the Order, first and foremost. So let's go ahead and attack the Wizard of the Order with the baseball bat. So what are we talking here? We're talking 5 versus 4. I think that's all actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, 5 versus 4. So we're only 1 up. So we'll see how we go. He's not got retaliate, has he? No. Oh, yeah, he does. Woo! He's got retaliate as
So
well.
this is a climactic moment in this episode of the Investigator Games.
So here we go. Here's another dilemma. Should I evade him first and then attack him? And then I don't get the retaliate? Because I can easily evade him.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might do that because I really can't afford to be taking tons of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to evade him first. I'm going to do that. So first thing we'll do is evade. Held a sign.
Oh!
Ooh, there we go. Oh, we should tally those too. There we go. We got first
Yeah.
Elder Sign of the day. Very
Yeah.
nice.
So I get some damage. Yeah, nice. First of the day. Ding, ding, ding. Second action, we will now attack. So we are a 5 versus a 4. Chaos Bag gives us a -1 and we succeed. And he's
Oh,
dead.
nice. Okay.
Gone.
Nice. We the luck has turned around. But now we have hoods.
Yes, now we've got the good old hilltop hood. So I could either evade them or I could just straight up attack them. Problem with evading is that they get a free attack on me, so I might as well just attack. So, or should I? Let me think about this. So if I evade them, they attack me anyway. If I hit them, if I miss, doesn't matter either way.
Mm-hmm.
If I hit them, 2 points. Yeah, I attack. There we go. 3 versus 5. Chaos Bag gives me another -1.
All right. This is a run of
So
good
there we
luck for
go.
Rita Young here.
Yeah. Woof. Okay. Still in the game. Still in the game. Phew. Boy. Oh. Oh. Coming over all faint. I'm like I'm like a Victorian era kind of governess. You know, I'm coming over all faint. I need the smelling salts or something.
Well, that's what we're here for, to keep you going.
It's all too much for me. Okay. Oh boy. Enema phase. Okay, here we go. We move up to north side. Okay. And they hit me for horror. Well, Pete gets that. And I'll get the damage. Ooh, damage is up to 5. Getting a bit high. Okay. Upkeep. Survival instinct. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So there we go. That's the end of turn 9. How we go? How's it? Okay. We've still got plenty of time. What's the story if we finish early? Do you guys just sort of talk amongst yourselves for half an hour, or how's it work?
Yeah, yeah.
I think we don't have a problem just filling the air with noise.
Filling it with noise.
We can chat. We can definitely probably run an ad break just to make sure that any new viewers don't get bombarded with pre-roll. And yeah, we'll have a good old time. It's a casual stream today, so we're just trying
We
to
have
raise
plenty of
money for a good
options.
cause. Absolutely. Yep.
Yes.
Just an Aussie band. They're pretty all right. Notice probably called the Hoods Hilltop Hood. Oh yeah, that's true. The Hilltop Hoods. Yeah. Didn't realize I did that.
I never knew that the Hoods were Australian, but now I do.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
We're gonna be
who
learning
we got
a lot today.
Yeah. As Australians, we're everywhere. We're everywhere.
Even in Arkham Horror, the card game.
Yes, right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So here we go. There's 3 doom down. We've still got 5 to go, so we're still doing okay. We've got 3 victory points. And we've got 1 cultist on the table, and all we need is just 4 cards to take him out, so that's good. So I'm feeling like we can do that. It's going to be getting the other clues that's going to be a bit more of a challenge, but we've got plenty of, so we can run around and then run back around to north side. Then we can get a couple more clues. Okay, that's the plan. Oh no, we've got what I found as well, so we could maybe use that at Miskatonic University or something. Anyway, let's go ahead and get rid of these hilltop hoods. So let's okay. So first, we're in the mythos phase. We haven't done our encounter card yet, have we? Okay, let's see what the encounter deck has, and it has. Oh man, never ending, is it? Okay, put him here. Give him a doom. Okay.
Ooh.
These
Well, I guess we
guys,
know where we're going next.
Yeah. Have you noticed these acolytes? They love a raspberry latte or something, don't they? They're just drinking.
Yeah, I always thought that was like tea or something.
Yeah, tea. Yeah, exactly.
But
spilling it, of course. But
let's be honest, though. I think we all know it's blood.
There
might be raspberries in the blood to make it more palatable.
Yeah.
Oh, we're already at $350. Use your name Snow donated $20. That's awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, we are marching towards the tier where we receive all 5 of the starter decks. That's amazing.
Yeah, if you guys want to donate, just be sure to type into chat !donate, and a link will pop up, just like that. And speaking of coffee, I need another cup of coffee, so I'll be back.
Sub-Zero says that Aussies are hijacking the stream, apparently. So yeah.
That's. Considering that what time of night it is, I am perfectly happy to allow it.
Okay. All right. Let's move into the good old investigation phase. 3 actions on to Rita. Okay. Let's get rid of these hilltop hoods now. Okay. So where are we? We're a 5 versus a 3. 5 versus a 3. First action, Chaos Bag gives us a +1. Oh, Chaos Bag's
Ooh, almost as good as an Elder Sign.
yeah, dead, gone. See you later. Awesome. Okay, then we'll
Or Cooey, as Agatha and Jason Conlon say. Cooey. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Is it
Wee,
Cooey?
wee. Yeah,
Oh, sounds more like a bird call.
yeah.
See, I'm
So
learning things too.
yeah. Actually, yeah. If anybody has any burning questions about Australia that they don't know, now is the time to ask. There's someone somewhere will be able to answer it. Okay, so next action, I am gonna move to East Town. I'm obviously not going to use the track shoes. Track shoes have been sort of not as useful as I thought they would be, but anyway, because we don't want to run on here, we want to engage this acolyte, but we're going to evade the acolyte and do the damage. So let's go ahead and evade the acolyte. So 2 versus 7. 2 versus 7. Chaos Bag gives us -2. Acolyte is dead.
Excellent. Now
Gone.
I think this is where Rita starts to really shine, is in situations like these where
Yeah,
she can get the evasion
yeah,
and a damage out of it. Yeah, get that extra
yeah,
efficiency.
yeah. Really it's really good, and we can hopefully we can we because we're running out of time, so hopefully we can use that to just move around a bit faster. So that's great. Okay, so that's pretty good. So I think we'll get ourselves over to good old Herman Collins. I mean, yeah, and it does mean taking more. I should have horror, but I think we're fine with horror because of Pete. So, and I think with Midnight Mass, it's always better to go with what you've got rather than trace something that might happen. So I think the next focus is getting Herman Collins and getting another victory point. Awesome. Okay. Let's all right, so that's the end of our investigation phase. We move into the enema phase. The good old hunting night gaunt moves on. Oh, awesome. So we move into upkeep. Overpower. Pirate. The pirate has arrived. There you go.
Oh,
And
I think overpower is particularly useful in the situation that you're in, considering it'll help boost that. The Rita's baseball bat checks to 7s. That seems pretty good.
yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Next, Wizard of Oz had better fear your baseball bat.
Okay. Mythos phase. Okay, we're halfway through now. Till the bells toll. Yeah. So let's see what the encounter deck has for us. Oh boy. The dreaded crit chill. Oh boy. And
Ooh, ouch, ouch. Oh, we have 3 nasty choices this time.
Do you remember I drew 2 guts in the opening hand?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I'll get rid of those. Anyway. So I don't. Yeah, we can't. Yep. We're probably going to fail this unless we get a +1 or an elder sign or something, but we'll see how we go. Get a -1. So yeah, we've got a choice here. Baseball bat, Pete, track shoes.
Well, that's actually a tough call.
Yeah. So the thing is, we've done most of our fighting. I'm just trying to think what's left. We might get another acolyte, and we can kill them just with evasion. We could get Wolfman Drew. Now, Wolfman Drew would require significant fighting, but the question is he going to come up anyway? Are we going to get to that? Those are probably the main concerns. If I'm going to go back to the graveyard, I want to be able to tank the horror, and I want to be able to move fast.
I think we learned from the last poll that Peter is going nowhere.
Yes, and I think the baseball bat's gone think we ditched the baseball bat. Watch Wolf
Bold
Andrew
move.
appear when I.
Yeah, bold move, because there is something to be said about being able to consistently evade and to get some actions back from free moves
Yep.
from the
Yeah.
track shoes.
Yeah, exactly. That's if this was earlier in the piece and we still had the Mars Hunter, it's a different situation. But I think now we're probably focused more on speed of movement rather than an efficiency of movement, like you say, rather than fighting anyway. Yep. Okay. All right. Let's move into investigation phase 3 actions. We've got 4 cards. So
we have some questions coming in about Australia. We've heard that is cooey. What kind of bird is that? What kind of bird makes the cooey call?
That's a good question. I don't know, actually. I don't know the answer to that one.
And I had a question myself. My question about Australia is it true that koala bears make excellent pets?
The answer is absolutely no, because if they urinate on you, you end up with chlamydia. I'm not making this up. You can get chlamydia from koalas. So they're actually.
Whoa! I just walked into the strangest conversation.
Well, I'll leave you to pick it up, Nathan, as I have a piece of cold pizza.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jason says, thank you, Jason. Koalas are cute, but aside from their shark claws, many have chlamydia. Yeah. So you can actually get chlamydia from koala bears. So.
Okay, I don't want to know how that came up in conversation, but but we did receive another $20 donation from Narissa. I'm not sure how to pronounce that exactly, so I apologize for that. But we are coming close to our second or third tier of prizes here for the giveaway. So just another $30 and we'll be there.
Right. And those Doctors Without Borders can, I'm sure, treat chlamydia wherever you may be in the world. So, particularly if it's from a koala. So there we go. Okay. So where are we at? Investigation phase. Yeah.
So it looks like we managed to get rid of the wizard. Okay, sorry, I'm catching up with the game here right now.
Yeah. So we got rid of the wizard. We and what I'm going to do now is first I'm going to draw a card because I want to make sure I've got plenty. Do we need a card? Do I need to draw? Yes, I am going to draw a card first. Then I'm going to move and then exhaust track shoes. So we test 3 and we succeed. So we get to move to the graveyard. That was our second action. So we drew a card, moved, and then we used track shoes to move to the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to do the test 3 versus 3.
Doesn't look like we have much to help us out, unfortunately.
Oh, didn't matter anyway. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. So we take, is it 1 horror or 2 horror? Yeah, 2 horror.
Oof, gross.
Yeah, another auto fail. And then we will throw in 4 cards. We won't do a poll on this one, but we will throw in 4 cards. Well, we don't need that one. That can go 1. Probably 2. I need that. Oh boy, this is tough. I'm probably going to throw those in and keep look what I found so I can get 2 clues. All right, that's the 4. There we go.
Nice.
Collins in the victory display, and the crowd goes wild.
It's good.
There we go. That's another cultist. So we've got 2 cultists, and we've got 4 victory points. Wow, brilliant. Okay, Next thing, we're going to go over to Miskatonic U, try and get these clues, and see if we can get one more cultist before the end. The crowd really is going wild. Here we go. All right. So we move into the enema phase. There we go, and we will move to East Town. The Hunting Night Gaunt. And then we move into Upkeep. I'm done running. Fast play during your turn. Ready and engage all enemies. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. We'll move into Mythos. So this is turn 5. We've basically got 2 more turns if we want to resign before the bells toll. Let's see what the lovely encounter deck has for us. Aha. Mysterious chanting. There are no cultists, so we have to find one. Here we go. Okay. All right. That's no problem. So we'll put out a where is he? I'll look for it. Acolyte. We'll put the Acolyte here. Can we put him here? Yeah, it's empty.
Yep.
Okay. With the Doom. Cool. All right. Easy. Okay. Right, we will move into investigation phase. 3 actions on to Rita. First action, we will move. But we don't want to use track shoes yet because, well, it's no need. Because, yeah, we don't want to move again. So, evade. So, we will, yep, kill the Acolyte. That was second action. Third action, we will move to Miskatonic University. There we go. So that kind of really stymied things. So I was hoping to get to Miskatonic University and do the look what I found, but we'll do that next time. All going well. Yeah, it's going to come down to the wire whether we get another cultist. Who would be best? It would be best to get Ruth Turner. If we get Ruth Turner at St. Mary's Hospital, that will be perfect.
Because Ruth is the one you can evade, right?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah. Hunting Night Gaunt moves. Move into Upkeep. Emergency cash. Oh boy. And just what we don't need. And yeah. Here we go. Turn 6. Let's see what the encounter deck has. Drum roll.
Come on. Actually, that's not too bad here, right? Because you were going to doom out this turn anyway, or does that... No, that does kind of affect things, doesn't it?
It does, because...
You can't resign the following turn, yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So, So, because the problem is, yeah, it put a doom on this, then that's it, right? That's because then that's oh no. So let me think this through. So he goes there. Oh, I'm not necessarily going to put him there yet, but he pushes that up to 7. So yeah, basically we've got 1 turn left then. So I can kind of bank on hopefully getting, because if it's Peter Warren, I can't do anything about him. If it's Wolfman Drew, I can't do anything about him. But if it's Ruth Turner, I can just move and evade. So I think I just leave him here. And does that work? No, I'm going to have to get the clues. I have to get the clues first. That's the first thing I'm going to do with look what I found. So I'm assuming I'm going to do that. If I get the clues on the first action, then I can move and evade. Yeah, I'm going to have to move and evade, and then hope that Ruth Turner turns up. I think that's the strategy. I think because I don't think the others are worth pursuing. So I'm just, it's a 1 in 3.
You don't have the
chance.
time to pursue the other ones.
No.
Sub-Zero Joe pointed out in chat that we probably should have put the Acolyte from last turn on the University so that we could have used Track Shoes to move with one action and then evade with the second. And then that might have been the difference, honestly.
Yeah. Good call. That's a really good call. Yeah, it's one of those things where you get so ingrained in a way of playing. Oh, I'm going to put it in the nearest location so I can take it on. But that would have been, you're right. That would have made a lot of sense. Okay, but anyway, we are where we are. So let's take out this Miskatonic University. Hopefully, so we're gonna try and fail by 2 or less. So we are a 2. Oh boy, this is not great. Oh, hold on. We can use this. So we can make ourselves a 3. So we're 1 down, 3 versus 4. And hopefully with the wild card. So here we go, 3 versus 4. Chaos Bag gives us a -2. I don't think that's right. So that's 1 versus 4. So we fail by 3. But that doesn't work. Oh boy, didn't work. We've still got 2 actions though. But 1 versus 4, sorry, 2 versus 4, we would have to get a 0, like a skull would be no good. We'd have to get a 0 or better for Look What I Found to work. Oh boy.
This is tough. Yeah, this is tough.
Well, let's do it. Yep, let's do it. Chaos Bag gives us...
Of course.
Boy. Okay, let's try again. Oh, it's going to flip anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's go again. -1. Oh, hold on. What's that? That's 1. No, we failed by 3 again. Oh, man. Okay. Ah, boy. Okay. So that was investigation phase. Enemy phase. Doom should have come off. We get hit by a Doom and a damage. That's the enema phase. Upkeep phase. Oh, now the Guts arrives. Thank you, Guts. Now you arrive. And then that's it. That's the that's it. We ran out of time. Turn 14. So the siren goes off. Everything stops. Rita waves to the crowd, and I think she did pretty well. Actually, I think she did pretty good, considering how terrible the Chaos Bag was. My goodness, that was pretty brutal. We ended up with 2 cultists, 4 victory points. So that was a pretty good effort, I think, on her part.
Yeah, definitely not bad. This is definitely more successful of a run than I've had with Rita, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if we'd had a kind of Chaos Bag, I think we probably would have done a little bit better, but I think we did pretty well. Bizarrely, her evasion and speed played some role, but bizarrely, the baseball bat probably did more than anything.
Surprisingly, yeah.
So she was more of a sort of a bat-wielding murderer rather than a running kind of speedster.
She was just getting to where she needed to go really fast so she could hit things over the head with a baseball bat.
Yeah, because she got rid of the Hilltop Hoods. She got rid of the Mars Hunter. It's just not quite how I thought it was going to play out at all. But there you go. So yeah, and I really the thing I appreciate playing these games is when you get to build your own deck, it always feels so much more massively more optimum than using these starter decks, I have to say. They really are tough to use. So, but anyway, that's the way it goes. So, yeah. Fantastic. So you guys were awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the commentary and the support. That was really great. I really enjoyed that. That was brilliant.
That was quite a game. That was quite entertaining.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So yeah, that was good fun. And next time on the Investigator Games, it's going to be Diana. Diana, what's her name? The Silver
Diana
Twilight.
Stanley.
Diana Stanley. Yeah,
I can hear Sean screaming from the background somewhere.
Yeah, Sean from the Mythosbusters is screaming in his sleep for Diana.
In his dreams.
Yeah, but Leo is still he is unassailably the top of the table still. So I think he's going to be pretty tough to beat. So yeah. Actually, the thing I remember about Rita was she did the gathering in, I think it was her. She did it in 7 turns.
Really?
Yeah, she had the fastest time to complete the gathering in only 7 turns. Like, was just, or was it her? No, sorry, it wasn't Rita. It was it was sorry, we were just talking about her, the Silver Twilight
Diana?
lady. Yeah, she did it in 7 turns.
Really?
Yeah, which is just, I mean, I don't know physically how fast you can do the gathering, but 7 turns was just blistering. She got really good draws. She was able to kill the ghoul priest really fast. So she finished it in 7 turns.
Wow.
Incredible. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Not sure
crazy.
Yeah.
So,
crazy fast.
Yeah, just for people in chat, what is the Investigator Games? And where can people watch it?
Yeah. So the Investigator Games is like the Hunger Games. So it's a way of putting all of the investigators into a league. So I throw each one of them, like Rita, through. It was the Gathering in the first season and the Midnight Masks in the second season. They go in true solo with their starter deck, and I see how they go. Depending on how they go, they end up in the league table with the points, the VP, and then we see by the Devourer below, we've gone through every single investigator. All 40 odd of them have gone through the gathering, and same with the Midnight Masks. And then when we finish the Devourer below, we'll have gone through all of them. So that's what the Investigator Games is. It's really just taking each investigator through that way. So that's the main thing I do. And then the other thing I do on my channel, the Out of Ammo, Out of Time on YouTube, is the in-depth videos, so in-depth analysis of the Gathering, the Midnight Masks, and Roland Banks so far, and I have more planned in the future for that as well. They're very popular, so I really enjoy doing those.
Look at a dissection of the encountered X, it sounds like.
Well, with the in-depth analyses of the Gathering, Midnight Masks, is everything. It's the lore and the story. It's the game design. It's how it plays for different investigators. And then the other awesome part is so Nate and Kevling and Brownloaf and Winging It and Vase, all these different people. I get they also make. They also talk about the scenario and include that in the analysis as well. So it's not just me, it's also from other content creators and their thoughts about the scenario. So it really it's everything. It's literally an in-depth analysis of the entire scenario. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there we go.
So
I even managed Sorry.
Oh, how are we? So what's our final victory point count here for Miss Rita Young and her boyfriend, alleged boyfriend, Peter Sylvester?
So it's 4 victory points, 2 for the Masked Hunter, 1 for Herman Collins, and 1 in the graveyard. So 4 points, but it's also in the Investigator Games, it's how quickly you do it as well, because the faster you do it, the higher up the table you are. So if you've got the same points as someone else, I'm sorry, I can't show you the table, but you're higher up. So it's also how quickly you manage to get the points. That's also important. So she got the 4 points in 14 turns. Yeah.
So where does that put her in the rankings?
If I have a look, that's going to, because she got 6 in the first one. So if I just have a quick look, I just have a quick look now. I'm just looking it up. Yeah. Where is it? Sorry, I'm just trying to find.
Oh, no worries.
Last one. So Marie Lambert, I'm just looking at the table from, yeah. So she would have 10 points, which means at 10 points, that puts her, she's probably around, yeah, she's probably at number 11. So yeah, that puts her at number 11 with 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
So above her, like the top is Leo Anderson with 15 points, 5 cultists interviewed by turn 14. Roland Banks got 13 points. He also got 5 cultists, but I think he got fewer other locations. Then Ashcan Pete. So the top 3 are Leo, Roland, and Ashcan, followed by Lola, William Yorick, and Akachi. So they're like the top ones. Yeah.
All
So
right,
yeah, she's middle of the pack, I'm afraid. But so she's dropped down the pack a bit after the gathering. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's good to hear my girl Lola is doing really well.
Yeah. She did really well in the gathering, and she did really well. She managed to get 4 cultists by turn 14, and ended up on 13 points. So she did really well. She's a real gun, Lola. She's really good. So yeah.
You heard it here, everyone.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And of course, Calvin's down the bottom. Poor old Calvin. Anyway.
So what was going on with Calvin? What were his struggles?
Oh, just with everything really, because the problem is again, it's a starter deck, so it's not optimized.
Mm-hmm.
So just getting going, like in the gathering. I mean, I think he was the slowest to leave the slowest to leave the actual office. You know, the starting place, because he just couldn't get the clues. So in the gathering, unless you get the clues, you just left. You know, sitting in your study. So the poor guy couldn't even get out of the study, let alone do the rest of it. And in the midnight masks, he just got monstered. He got, again, he barely, he got just looking here, he literally has 4 points after both games. No cultists. He got no cultists. He's taken 3 physical trauma over he's just destroyed. And Jim Culver, the other thing is Jim Culver has not done well as well. And he's really struggled. So yeah.
So what's in Calvin's starter deck? I'm really curious.
Oh boy, I don't have it in front of me. It's a real hodgepodge of, it's the usual things. There'd be one lucky in there. There'd be one look what I found in there. There'd be, things like that. It's I'd have to look it up. I don't know. I can't. Oh, I know. I'll have it here. I'll have it on the YouTube channel. Let me just have a quick look.
Well, while you're looking that up, we got a $100 donation from Mrs. Krabby Terror, who says that Krabby Terror is hot. Love it. Wow. Awesome.
I do too. And in fact, the question is Mr. Krabby Terror as hot as the Nathaniel Cho starter deck that we are going to be giving away today as a result of Mrs. Krabby Terror's donation?
Oh wow, that's
real.
Wow.
Yeah. We might need to take
gorgeous wife. She's fantastic.
That's
she's
wonderful.
So
that is quite possibly the most wholesome thing I have seen on the internet.
That's so fantastic. Huge love to Mrs. Krabby Terror 8. So yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah,
now
huge.
For all of you who are wondering, even though this is just chatting, we do not have a link to OnlyFans here. Nope, this is purely for for charity purposes.
This is family friendly today, right?
Yes. Fun.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
That is so awesome. Oh, I didn't expect her to do that. That's so awesome. I'm so stoked. Oh my goodness. And I'm blushing a little bit as well. So I'm looking here at Calvin's starter deck, just at an image, and it's got it's got one lucky, one rabbit's foot. It's got one baseball bat. It's got 2 flashlights. It's got 2 knives. It's got a backpack in it. It's got a backpack. It's got a water protection, a guts. It's got a cup. It's just got a whole lot of grab bag of just stuff. So, and I think the problem with Calvin is unless you sort of design it for Calvin, it's just not going to work. You know what I mean?
I would imagine that the luckiest thing that could happen to Calvin in the gathering is getting a rotting remains on the first encounter draw.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like that's just what he. It's just really rough using the starter deck. So, and it's interesting. I just finished Preston. I just uploaded that, and the thing about Preston is that the starter deck is kind of big money Preston. It tries to lean into that. So, whereas of course a Dark Horse Preston is much more effective. So you have to kind of reorient the starter deck to try and make it more of a Dark Horse deck rather than a big money deck. So yeah.
So, given you're one of the foremost experts on the topic, how important would you say that a second core set is to a player of Arkham Horror the card game?
Oh, I think
Given
it's critical.
Critical.
Yeah. Absolutely critical. So a good example is Mystic starter deck 1 shriveling. It's just it's not enough. So yeah. No, I think it's is there 2 shrivelings in the starter deck or 1 in the
Oh,
core
and the
deck?
Jack line? Oh, and the core. I think it's just one.
Yeah, exactly. So
Except for like
yeah.
emergency dash and flashlight, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it really, one of each is just not enough. You really, you really need to. Absolutely, yeah. So,
No, this is good because that's a bit of a controversial topic I've noticed amongst a lot of newer players in Arkham
yeah,
Horror. How important is the second core? But the expert here
yeah,
has spoken, saying the second core is
yeah,
pretty critical. Yeah.
yeah. Because it's like all these sorts of card games. It's the same in Magic: The Gathering, which I know. It's about what are you going to draw probabilistically, and how are you going to manage in the scenarios. And if you've only got one of critical cards, it's your chances of drawing it are fairly low. So I've had games in the investigator games with mystics like Jim and things where you just don't draw your shriveling, and so the chances of you succeeding are fairly low.
Yeah, I could see that being particularly important for Mystics, since if their if their stat line is loaded up on willpower, they
Yeah,
really need those critical cards to get going. Whereas
yeah,
someone like
exactly.
Daisy can just start investigating the study immediately.
Yeah,
Um, Calvin,
yeah,
Jim, and even Agnes,
yeah.
not so much. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, I suppose it hurts more in solo play. Obviously, if you're playing multiplayer, you can ameliorate some of those things a little bit. But
Mm.
I just think it just the ability to build a rich, a sort of rich deck is sort of a bit limited if you've just got the single core set. I think.
And on
Yeah.
that topic, which investigator so far do you think has the most consistent or strongest starter deck?
Uh, I'd probably say Roland is the most consistent,
Okay.
and his starter deck, because he's got he's able to, it's got vicious blow and things like that, so he's able to, you see, Leo has done okay, but he relies on drawing particular allies and things like that. Roland, out of the box, is pretty good and can perform pretty well even with his starter deck. So um, just because of the nature of his built-in efficiency,
Hmm.
and he can do pretty well with just your sort of base clutch of guardian cards, neutral cards, and seeker cards. He can do pretty well. So particularly if he's not tabooed or anything like that, and he can he can have a machete or so yeah, I'd say Roland, definitely. So yeah.
Yeah, the box. No, it's interesting to hear. Personally, I've been revisiting Roland over the past like 6 months or so, and
Yeah,
he's really good actually. Just that
yeah,
extra
yeah,
of especially in a multiplayer game when there are lots of targets to take down.
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, so I like Roland a lot.
yeah, yeah. I did that in-depth analysis of
You can- Yeah, that 5 sanity gets him, but you can deal
Yeah.
with it. I think there was this one critical card, just to elaborate here. There's one critical card from the Circle and Done cycle. I've had worse, level 2. I think personally, I think that card really transformed Roland because all of a sudden that 5 sanity became much less of a liability.
Yeah.
Gives you
Yeah.
sanity soak and resources.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and made him, less reliant on allies or whatever it may be. Absolutely, yeah. He's very, very strong. Absolutely, yeah.
Does he
Cool.
have Milan Christopher in his starter deck? I don't remember.
I think he, well, I think he does. He does. Yeah.
Okay, that would make a
Yeah,
lot of sense.
yeah. I'm pretty sure he does actually.
Okay.
Let me just have a look. My goodness, my audio on my first game was just atrocious. Yeah, here he is. He's got Milan Christopher and the 45 out on the first game. So yes, the answer is yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong start. If he's got like a 45 Milan Christopher and maybe a magnifying glass in there, he's good to go.
Yeah, and things like deduction and stuff like that. He's just, I've working a hunch. He's really, really strong. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I played Base Gathering, but no, this is a topic that I've personally been thinking about a lot lately. The new player experience, and especially since the starter decks, which we're going to be giving away today, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, especially since those starter decks have been in very short supply, thus making the raffle presented by this stream very lucrative for those who are looking to upgrade their Arkham Horror experience beyond the core. Right, Nate?
Absolutely. Sorry, I was just posting the link in chat for people that are interested in entering the giveaway. Just want to be 100% clear that the donation is separate from the giveaway, so just for legal purposes, just want to make that clear. Yeah, it's really interesting. Your analysis of Roland is really fascinating to me because I agree that he seems like the strongest investigator out of the base 5. Just I think more because of the card pool, and his ability is just so good that those two things in tandem really push him, I think, over the stratosphere compared to all the other investigators.
Yep,
that's right.
Yeah,
it sounds like from what you're saying, he doesn't have to draw his one shriveling like Agnes does or anything like that.
he doesn't. No, he's less combo driven. Like I was talking about Preston before. He's great if you can get all the bits out, your dark horse and this and that and the other. But the thing about Roland is he's so very flexible, whatever the circumstances are, because his base, what's baked into his card is this sort of base efficiency of killing and getting clues, which is what the game is kind of all about. So he that's him. So it means that he's incredibly efficient no matter what. Really, the only downside is his level of taking horror. That's his only downside, really.
Yeah, many an Arkham Horror player has suffered from tentacles against rotting remains and said goodbye to Roland Banks. Yep.
It's yeah, that's yeah. The other really fascinating thing about Roland is that I always thought he was an FBI an FBI agent, but of course FBI didn't exist in the 1920s, and that's why he's not called an FBI agent, right?
Yeah. Right. That wasn't until post
World War II. It's I forget. It's like the department. It's like the Bureau of Investigation or something.
Yeah, right, so not exactly. An FBI agent. It's a federal investigator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The agency, of which the agency has received another member in the form of Trish. Has Trish gone through the investigator games yet?
Trish. Sorry, Trish. Which one? Oh, sorry,
from
Trish.
The Conspiracy. So Trish
Scarborough.
Trish. Yes, she has. She has. Yep. Yeah, she went through. She's been through the Gathering, but not the Midnight Masks.
Mhm.
So yeah, sometimes I played so many of these though, because there's like she was number 42 of the first season. And yeah, she didn't do as well as I was hoping actually. She just having a look here because I really liked her. Yeah, she was like middle of the range. She defeated the Ghoul Priest, but yeah, no, she didn't do very well, and she didn't do very well. I can't remember why. Unfortunately, she was sort of middle of the road. So I was expecting more from her than actually
Mhm.
what happened. So yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah, it seems like she's relying on seeing some ghouls in order to
yeah,
really get her ability going. Yeah.
yeah. And the thing about the gathering is with those extra ghouls, particularly in solo, sometimes they turn up, sometimes they don't.
Hmm.
It's a real kind of lottery from that perspective. Yeah. So yeah, yeah.
What's in her starter deck, by the way? I mean, she's got Leo DeLuca, right?
Just looking now.
Yeah.
So uh, look. Yeah, she's got one Leo DeLuca, and can you believe it? One Milan Christopher. She's got
Oh,
one
that
of
would make
each.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's got one of each of those. Yeah, and then the usual. She's got a backstab and sneak attack. And she's got things like deduction and working a hunch. So she's got those sorts of cards as well. So I reckon she'll do okay in the Midnight Masks, but for whatever reason, which I can't remember, she didn't do too well in the Gathering. So yeah, she does. Yep. So anyone who pulls Leo DeLuca for the Midnight Masks has a huge advantage. So yeah,
Right, because that map is so big and you can get around. That's right. That's right. Shortcut in the core? I can't remember. Or was that Dunwich?
no, it wasn't in the core. No,
Okay, I see.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so you're pretty much reliant on Leo DeLuca to get extra movement,
yeah,
or you're relying on getting your track shoes, as we found out with Rita
yeah,
today.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But I mean, I upgrade the decks after the Gathering to the Midnight Mask, but it's always, like I said, it's always plugging the holes because it's
Mhm.
like it's such a grab bag of cards. So yeah,
Yeah, I do admit I was surprised this morning to see so many 0 XP cards in an upgraded deck, and then it hit me. Oh yeah, I guess it's those starter decks. Yeah, with the single copies of the single copy of the core. It's a unique challenge
oh
that
yeah, yeah, oh,
that a
yeah,
lot of us overlook. You know, the
yeah,
single core experience. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And it had like a stray cat in it and things like that. So um, yeah, so yeah, it was
Mhm.
yeah, but I guess you source what you can. So yeah.
Okay. So with that, that's going to conclude our presentation of the Investigator games. Thank you so much, Robin, for coming out
Yeah.
and providing this wonderful presentation today. Looks like we
Thank,
almost hit $500 in the first
wow.
hour of
That's awesome. That is
donations
so
today.
fantastic.
We are
Fantastic.
almost halfway to our goal here. Well, actually, we're almost halfway to
Our
what was our
initial
goal.
goal, yeah.
Our initial goal. We are trooping. We are sending this one to the moon today. We've upgraded our goal to
So good.
$1,500, and we're almost a
Yeah.
third of the way there already. And we
Mm-hmm.
are already in the magic tier of the 5 investigator starter decks,
Mm-hmm.
such as the amazing Stella Clark. And
Wow.
yeah, and I guess with that, we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be right back. So don't touch that dial, ladies and gentlemen. And while you're waiting, make sure to enter the giveaway, so you too may have a chance at receiving Harvey Walters in your mailbox.
Thanks, guys. Thanks to everyone thanks to you guys in the stream and Mrs. Krabby Terror 8. Big hugs and kisses. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.